right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sekou Style. This is your man Sekou Kesley coming to you right in the backyard, right here in Atlanta, Georgia, at my friend house. We are vacationing here. I mean, beautiful place, man. The weather is great. We really enjoying it. But today we're gonna be talking about three major reasons why many people end up coming back to America when they go back home. All right. So when they go home and then they come back to America. I'm going to be talking about three reasons why what I've observed and from talking to people, the major three reasons. But hey, if you're new to this channel, please, man, please, I'm just begging you. Hey, actually, I'm not begging, but I'm asking you to please subscribe and like the video, share the video with your friends and family. You know, just to support the brother here, so we could keep things moving. Isn't this a beautiful view, man? Oh man, I love it. But let's get back to the topic. Three major reasons why many people end up returning back to the diaspora when they move back to Africa. Now, the three major reasons are you ready for it? Reason number one, lack of planning. A lot of people move back to Africa without really planning it. And there's a saying that, failure to plan is planning to fail. A lot of people just, get with the bang, like, okay, we all gonna move, back home, or they sing one or two YouTube video, it looks all pretty and sexy. Oh my God, hey, I've been thinking about this the whole time. You've been thinking about it, but you haven't been planning about it. Two different things. You could be thinking about it your whole life, but if you haven't been planning for it, you need to plan. So a lot of people really just move without planning, and they don't even know the country that they're moving to like that. Or some of them are like, oh, I was born in that country, my parents are there, my uncles or whatever, I'm just gonna move back. Kid you not. Don't move like that without planning. A disaster is a recipe for a disaster. So you have to really sit down, plan everything out, be very thorough with your planning too. Like put in contingency plans, put in like go over, be rigorous, talk to people, gather some information. If possible, go make visits, coming in and out. So you're planning as to how I'm gonna move in, how I'm, in case of this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I'm gonna do. You plan things out. Everything may not go 100%, but those who plan, they tend to stay longer and they tend to make the continent their home. So please make sure don't fall into that reason number one category. Make sure you plan it out. I think planning is like the biggest reason, but again, we're gonna make subcategory. But reason number one is really lack of planning. People just sometimes don't plan. They just make emotional decisions, wake up, bam, they're out. Reason number two is economy, financial. Let me just say money. Let me break it down. Simple, money. Money is the reason number two. A lot of people go to back home, they think, oh, I have a couple of $100,000 sitting in the bank. When I go back home, I'll be able to, maneuver and do X, Y, and Z, and be fine. But what you're forgetting to know is sometimes when they get back home, they want to live as if they are living the way they were living in America. Things get really expensive very quickly. Every move that you make is expensive. Every move that you make is expensive. So you have to keep that in mind and say, hey, this is a different, like, although this is my home country or this is where I decided to move, this is not like where I used to be. You like the certain food, American foods become very expensive. I mean, from Oreo cookies to, pretzels to like chocolate, like things that you're used to, like the quality that you're used to here, you gotta like really find a time or find a way to substitute those things until you get on your feet financially. Rentage, you think, oh, you see a beautiful place, rent is cheaper compared to where you used to pay back in the States or in the diasporian country that you're coming from. But then when you start factoring all the little things, the expense goes up really quickly. So you have to be really smart with your money. Some people go there, become reckless with money, they start just spending money anyhow, anyway. That's a recipe for disaster. If you don't manage your money properly, you're gonna end up coming back to the United States or whatever country that you're coming from. So be careful with the money, man. I can't say that, like, I mean that, because I know I've seen people who struggle, like as soon as they hit the ground, 1 month, 2 months into it, they're calling their parents, hey, I need some money, or they're going to their saving. You don't want to be that person. So you have to be smart, plan for the money. Number three, last but not least, right? Are you ready for it? Last but not least, make sure, I said last but not least, no, I see a lot of leaves here. Last but not least, all right, make sure you have the family connection, tight. Meaning, when I say family connection tight, meaning like you have discussed this with your partners, you have discussed it with family members, whether they're in the United States here or in Africa. Make sure that your family is aware. If you're taking your family with you, take them with you, but make sure everything is planned with them. You talk with them, because what end up happening, you miss the comfort or the lack of comfort or whatever you were in the United States or in the diaspora. You stop missing it. You want to come back to that default lifestyle that you're used to, right? You become homesick. You start missing the people, your friends that you used to connect with. So lack of network building back home, because some people, they just move without planning. They don't build a network. They don't get to know the people that they're going to be moving with. And guess what happened? Now they're in a new country with some money, not a lot of friends. Place become boring. There's not a lot of things to do. People that you used to be used to, they are not around. Maybe you have a daughter, son, kids, family, wife, spouse. They are all in the diaspora or in the country that you left from, and now you're in the limbo, whether to bring them in or how to do it. You miss them. You're missing special days like school, certain activities for your children. They miss you. You miss them. Like technology. Some people say, well, technology is there. Yeah, technology does make it easier. Like you could use like Messenger, WhatsApp, all these other like face-to-face, you could call them FaceTime if you're using iPhone and all that other stuff. But then it's like, it even makes it worse sometimes, because now they could see you, but they really want to be with you, and like the timing, scheduling. So family becomes a really, really important matter, and this is why you really need to make sure that you get everything under control. Make sure that you're really, really on top of what you're doing. All right. Your family should be tight. Also, like I'm saying, like make sure your family's on board of your schedule. All right, guys, if you're new to this, make sure you subscribe. If you're not, make sure you share the video, like the video, the thumb button, like let Facebook know that we're doing something good here. All right, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate your time. It's your boy, your man, Sekou Kesley from Georgia. I'll be back in New York today, hopefully. But it has been fun in Georgia. So thank you so much.